Do we have a deal?
You know, I know this steak doesn't exist. I know that when I put it in my mouth, the Matrix is telling my brain that it is juicy and delicious. You know what I realize? Ignorance is bliss.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
Hello, and thank you for watching Blue Pill TV, where reality has been suspended and ignorance is bliss. I'm your host, Johnny Fever, and I'm glad that you are here. This is the first episode of this show, and in a desperate attempt to get views and subscribers, I will now activate my white privilege. Let's go. Okay, today on the Blue Pill, the Bud Light boycott and why it needs to stop. Fat people, airline seats, and why they deserve 2 or 3 free seats and you need to pay for it. Finally, the red pill diatribe to tie everything together. For our top story today, the Bud Light boycott and why it needs to stop pronto. Unless you've been living under a rock, you'll know that this is the 4th week of the Bud Light boycott, and the damage being done to the brand and its market value is about as irreparable as Brittany Griner's Russian diesel. Men and sports fans across the country have stopped purchasing Bud Light in response to Bud Light hiring trans activist Dizzle Mulvizzle as a spokesperson. Can I say that? Spokesperson? Or is it spokesman? Spokeswoman? Spokesperson? As a spokesperson for Bud Light's March Madness advertising campaign. Interestingly enough, the D-Man originally thought that March Madness was a cute name for that time of the month. Now, sure, this ad was a smack in the face to Bud Light drinkers and basketball fans everywhere, as we typically turn on sports to get away from the whimsical prattling of the gender that we can neither label nor dare define. After all, I'm not a biologist. Now, beer companies definitely have used mechs to sell us beer, but typically in the past, they would try to entice us, not scare the living hell out of us. But folks, all of this is a digression from my main point. Fellas, we must abandon our boycott and embrace companies like Bud Light, Nike, and all other brands that would usher in the era of Woman Plus. Gone are the days of the inferior model known as women, or as I like to call them, 1.0s. You know, the ones with their cycles every month, the ones with their irrational emotional responses, the ones that can't answer a simple straight question. Quite frankly, guys, you're just not seeing the big picture, the benefits to society as a whole once Women Plus take their rightful place. Second place after men, of course, behind us men, and in front of the 1.0s. Just imagine a world where Women Plus have taken their rightful place in society. This brings us to the top 10 benefits of Women Plus replacing 1.0s. Number 1, the WNBA will finally be a decent basketball league where people actually want to watch it because Women Plus are actually good basketball players. Number 2, women will be better represented in the STEM fields because Women Plus can actually do math.
Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman.
Number 3, no more women drivers. The streets will be safe again. when 1.0s are replaced with the much better Woman Plus drivers.
Women can't drive.
Number 4, women will actually be funny, and you'll be able to go to a comedy club or watch a sitcom headlined by a Woman Plus instead of a 1.0 of whom we all know are not funny.
People laughing and laughing. Who'd you see in the middle? A bride. Yeah, first of all, I'd have to figure out how a lady could do comedy.
Number 5, Hollywood will be saved and action movies will be decent and believable again, as a Woman Plus might actually be able to win a fight or a battle, realistically speaking. Number 6, finally, Women Plus will make sports shows great again, as we can get rid of these bumbling bimbos and get some decent sports analysis and a return of humor to our sports programming. Number 7, women will actually enjoy working under Women Plus managers because you will know that the manager's not jealous of you. Number 8, you don't have to pull over for a damsel in distress to assist with a flat tire or a burned out headlight, because you'll know that a Woman Plus is capable of a simple repair. Number 9, you can spend time with your kids, friends, and family on the weekend because Women Plus can mow a lawn or shovel a driveway or kill a spider. Number 10, the return of decent rap music. Nuff said. Number 11, where women are not an average of 40 pounds heavier than women from the 70s. Women Plus like to work out. They're just in better shape. Okay, that was 11, not 10, and I'm sure the Women Plus watching this caught that right away. The 1.0s, not so sure. Look, the bottom line is this. We can create a much better world if we replace yesterday's 1.0s with the much more capable and efficient Women Plus. As to what to do with the remaining 1.0s, I expect there will be plenty of jobs as homemakers and moms, as those jobs don't seem to be in demand and are readily available. So please, end the boycott and drink a Bud Light, regardless of its poor quality and horse piss taste. Yeah, I'll still judge you for drinking pansy-ass beer, but I will also salute you for the sake of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And that is the top story. Hi, this is Johnny Fever. Thanks for watching the first episode of The Blue Pill. Just a little note on this show. This is a satire production. That means it is all in good fun. I am never ever making fun of individuals. I am strictly making fun of current events and crazy ideas. So please, don't be personally offended by anything said on this show. Now, enjoy the next segment, The Social Media Files. Johnny Fever, I'm out. Hello, thanks for returning to The Blue Pill. This is The Social Media Files. Fat people, airline seats, and why they deserve 2 or 3 free seats and you need to pay for it. In social media, the wheels of social justice are finally starting to turn, as the word is out that #body equality in travel has gone viral. A recent TikTok has gone viral where obese woman Jalen Chaney, wait, what? I'm not allowed to say obese anymore? Well, what am I supposed to say? Really? Okay. Johnny Fever is being told that the social justice movement called Fat Liberation and its fat activists, active? That's ironic. Its fat activists are demanding the cancellation of the medically correct term obese in lieu of the more sensitive description fat. Well, there is a chart, so it must be correct. Okay, so basically, the fat lady is demanding a Fat Air Travel Bill of Rights, or for short, the FAT Bill of Rights. Trimming the excess aside, the FAT Bill of Rights can be summed up as this: provide additional seats, up to 2 or 3, boarding preferences, luxury bathrooms, and free food and dessert at no costs to the fat people. When fat activists were asked, can't a fat person just get a first-class ticket like everybody else? They promptly replied, no. Then rambled on about fat phobia being rooted in white supremacy and racism and reparations and a whole bunch of other non-related stuff. Personally, Johnny Fever agrees with this sentiment, as traditionally in America, reparations consist of land and a mule. Come on, man. Think about the poor mule. Think about it.
Come on, man.
The bottom line is, fat activists don't care how the Fat Bill of Rights is paid for. They simply demand that someone, you, fork it over. When asked about the impact on the plane's weight limits and the cost of fuel, basically gravity and physics, the fat activists simply stated that there is no evidence of gravity or physics, nor is there proof for the formula F equals ma. Force equals mass times acceleration. And just like the BMI, they are all forms of white supremacy, as the formula F equals ma itself was derived from the well-known racist old white man, Sir Isaac Newton. Personally, Johnny Fever hopes that they're right about gravity and physics, because if a jetliner does crash as a result of excess weight due to the Fat Bill of Rights, it would give a whole new meaning to the term death fat. On a side note, now that the Netflix documentary Cleopatra by Jada Pinkett Smith is completed, she is moving on to a new project starring Denzel Washington as Sir Isaac Newton in the new historical drama called The Life and Times of Sir Isaac. But I digress. Going forward, when fat activists were asked, what is to come after the Fat Bill of Rights? We were told that the discrimination against fat people in the horseback riding industry is up next, and those fat-phobic horses' days of discriminating against fat people are numbered. And that is the social media files. Hi, this is Johnny Fever. Thanks for sticking around this long on the Blue Pill. So, we will see improvements as the equipment and the software and the performance and the writing gets better. It's all done by yours truly, Johnny Fever. So, thank you for sticking around this long, and let's move on to the Red Pill Diatribe and see what happens next. Welcome back to the Blue Pill. This is the Red Pill Diatribe. We appear to be living in an episode of South Park.
I can't tell you how free I feel now that I've started identifying as a woman. Now that I can compete as female, I'm ready to smash the other girls.
And is it correct you just started identifying as female 2 weeks ago?
I'm not here to talk about my transition. I'm here to kick some fucking ass. Let me tell you something, Dingleberry.
David Perry.
I'm gonna roll up the other women here, and I'm gonna smoke them. I am the strongest woman this state has ever seen.
Any words for the challenger, Miss Woman?
How you feeling right now? I'm feeling excellent. That was sweet, huh? Did you like that? Yeah! And I want to tell everyone else, I'm coming in this tournament. Every woman in this tournament better look out. I'm freaking coming.
How have we gone from lowering police, firefighter, and military entrance requirements for women because they were unachievable to men and women are exactly the same? Or how have we gone from we should all eat healthy and exercise regularly for the good of society to Diet and exercise are racist. It's not my fault I'm fat, and it's impossible to lose weight. I propose that literally nobody over the age of 30 believes any of this. Nobody. Finally, why are the universities, corporate media, and corporate America compliant in pushing this narrative? To answer the latter, it's obvious. To get preferential treatment and avoid reprisals from the government for going against the government-approved narrative. If you don't go along with the government-approved narrative, the government and its state actors, with the assistance of the media and corporate America, will seek out and destroy you. You've seen the lengths they'll go to recently with Donald Trump, and on a smaller level, Andrew Tate and Matt Taibbi. And trust me, if they could do the same to Elon Musk and Joe Rogan, they would. You can bet they've tried, but Elon and Joe have what's called FU money. With that said, you can bet that the lives of both of these rebellious icons are at grave risk every day. One mistake, and they'll end up like former Clinton associates. What we are witnessing is the end of reason, the end of the Enlightenment period, where we're being told that facts and reason are not legitimate. We're being told not to believe our lying eyes. Facts and reason are being replaced with my truth. These truths include nonsense such as taking the state-mandated jab will stop you from getting the Roni. Wearing face masks is good for your health. The BMI is racist. Cleopatra was black. Global warming is an imminent risk to the planet. Electric cars are good for the environment. Illegal immigrants are not illegal. That a woman can swim, run, lift, jump, fight, as well as a man. That child mutilization saves lives. And that exposing children to pornography is good. That 2 + 2 = 5. And most importantly, that it is in your best interest that only the state has firearms. The end of reason and the Enlightenment is in fact the end of Western civilization. The irony is that this all originated in our institutions of higher learning. The enemies of Western civilization have put us in check. They've moved their queen, pun intended, into place for the final setup. The next move is the death blow, the normalization of pedophilia. Checkmate. If you are paying attention, you'll know the creeps are knocking at the door. The rebranding of pedos to a more palatable description is already underway with terms like YAP, Youth Attracted Persons, and with organizations like NAMBLA, North American Man-Boy Love Association. This organization's been up and running for over a decade. These creeps have already influenced America's health institutions, medical associations, teachers' unions, and government officials. Soon, sooner than you think, it will be hate speech / violence to defend children from child predators, and in some ways it already is. In the very near future, it will be a pedo's right to have sex with a child, your child. And the state, the police, will do nothing. In fact, the state and the media will slander and jail you for attempting to protect your kids. It's already happening. Just look what happened in Loudoun County School District, or the DOJ memo calling concerned parents domestic terrorists. Once fully implemented, the normalization of pedophilia will be the end of Western civilization. Parents will see there are no protections for their children, family, or themselves from the creeps and the criminals who will be redefined as heroes and patriots. And that, my friends, is where the wheels fall off, when regular Joes and Janes hit the streets looking for heads. Then the government will make its final move, sending in the police and military, jailing protesters, and publicly executing their political leaders for treason as a warning to all of those who would dare rebel against a tyrannical government. It is the end of the U.S. Constitution, and with that, the end of Western civilization. The hour is late, my friends. Too late, in fact. But as they say, it is better to die on your feet than to live as a slave. And that is the Red Pill Diatribe.